Good afternoon, everybody. How is all my wonderful subscribers and viewers out there doing today? I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. It's Nicky D, and welcome back to the Nicky D channel. Today, we're going to be doing If Nicky D Booked WWE episode 13. And in today's episode, we're going to be focusing on the prodigy, Roxanne Perez. I'm going to tell you what has happened so far with Roxanne Perez, and I will tell you how I would book Roxanne Perez until WrestleMania 42. Don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. Without being said, without further ado, let's get to what has happened so far. Well, Roxanne Perez made her NXT debut in April of 2022 and hit the ground running. She quickly won the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament by defeating Tiffany Stratton in the finals, and immediately went on to win the NXT Women's Tag Team titles, teaming up with Cora Jade. She held those belts for a little while before winning the 2022 Iron Survivor Challenge at the Deadline pay-per-view, and 3 days later, she ended Mandy Rose's 413-day title reign to become the new NXT Women's Champion. She only held the belt for around about 3 months, where she defended it at the 2023 NXT Stand and Deliver pay-per-view and lost it to Indy Hartwell in the 6-woman ladder match. And a year later, she was back in the NXT women's title scene and won the title back from Lyra Valkyria at the 2024 Stand and Deliver pay-per-view to make her the youngest two-time NXT Women's Champion. Once she got the belt, it was off to defending. And it started at NXT Spring Breakin', where she defended against Lyra Valkyria and Tatum Paxley in a triple threat match to keep the NXT Women's Championship. Then, at the Battleground pay-per-view, Roxanne successfully defended against the TNA Women's Knockout Champion, Jordynne Grace. And then she retained against Lola Vice at Heatwave in a very back-and-forth affair. And after that, she defended it against Thea Hale on night 1 of the Great American Bash this year. And even after that, she retained against Jada Parker, most recently at No Mercy, but where Julia had returned. And on October 1st, when NXT goes to Chicago, Roxanne Perez will defend the NXT Women's Championship against Julia. Now that we're all caught up on what has happened with Roxanne Perez, now I will tell y'all how I would book Roxanne Perez until WrestleMania 42. And we'll start at NXT Chicago. I would have Roxanne Perez retain the women's title against Julia. In a controversial fashion, Roxanne might have to cheat, do something behind the referee's back. That is fine, because it'll set up for a part 2 at Halloween Havoc. And I would have Roxanne Perez retain there as well, which can set up Indy Hartwell to return to try to claim to be the number 1 contender for Roxanne Perez. And then at Deadline, I would have Roxanne Perez go one-on-one with Indy Hartwell for the NXT Women's Championship. I would have Roxanne Perez retain to continue her reign. And I would have Tiffy Time return, wanting another shot Miss Money in the Bank showing up wanting to get an NXT women's title shot, and I would give it to her. Whatever the January of 2025 pay-per-view is for NXT, it would be Roxanne Perez versus Tiffany Stratton for the NXT Women's Championship, where I would have Roxanne Perez defeat Tiffany Time to retain. And then I would have Cora Jade return. The place will lose their minds. Set it up for NXT Stand and Deliver. Roxanne Perez versus Cora Jade for the NXT Women's Championship. And I would have Cora Jade become the new NXT Women's Champion by defeating Roxanne Perez and ending her year-long reign. And then I would have Roxanne Perez get called up to the main roster and have her get drafted to SmackDown in the 2025 draft. After that, I would quickly have Roxanne Perez hit the ground running here as well. I would have Roxanne win the 2025 Queen of the Ring tournament, giving her a WWE Women's Championship match at SummerSlam, where she would face Tiffany Stratton after Tiffany Stratton has cashed in her Money in the Bank contract and became the new WWE Women's Champion. And I would have Roxanne Perez defeat Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam to start Roxanne Perez's WWE Women's Championship reign as well. And I would have a part 2, because Roxanne Perez can cheat to win here as well at SummerSlam, giving Tiffany Time another opportunity. And I would have Roxanne Perez win clean the second time to have Becky Lynch return, wanting a WWE Women's Championship opportunity, setting up for Roxanne Perez versus Becky Lynch at the next pay-per-view, where Roxanne Perez would defeat Becky Lynch and start really building a resume for her title reign. Right after Roxanne Perez defeats Becky Lynch, I would have Charlotte Flair return and challenge Roxanne Perez at Survivor Series, where I would have Charlotte Flair lose to Roxanne Perez to keep Roxanne Perez's title reign going. I would make it a 20-25 minute match, but at the end of the day, I would have Roxanne Perez retain. And then I would have Roxanne Perez defend against Naomi at the first SmackDown of 2026. And I would have that be in the main event. A nice 15-20 minute back and forth match where Roxanne Perez scratches and claws her way to retain the WWE Women's Championship. And then I would have Bayley become her new challenger, challenge Roxanne at the 2026 Royal Rumble, and I would have Roxanne continue her title reign and then have Roxanne Perez go inside the Elimination Chamber for the first time in her career to defend the WWE Women's Championship, and by hook or by crook, just staying alive and surviving. I would have Roxanne Perez retain inside the chamber, and then would come WrestleMania 42, where I would have Roxanne Perez go one-on-one with Liv Morgan for the WWE Women's Championship, and I would have Liv Morgan become the new WWE Women's Champion. And that is how I, Nicky D, would book Roxanne Perez until WrestleMania 42. And that was If Nicky D Booked WWE Episode 13, featuring the prodigy Roxanne Perez. How would you book Roxanne Perez until WrestleMania 42? Let me know down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and you made it all the way to the end of the video, go smash that subscribe button so you can be notified when I drop my next video. And if you want to see some more of me, Nicky D, then go check out another one of my videos because I got hours of videos that'll keep you entertained well into the night. Other than that, I'm Nicky D. This is the Nicky D channel, and I will see all y'all amazing people next time. Bye, y'all.